is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
Where can you take $10,000 off the 2026 Acura MDX? There's just one place, Acura of Pembroke Pines, the #1 volume Acura dealer.
When presenting an award to an employee, athlete, executive, or fantasy GM. When presenting an award to an employee, athlete, executive, or fantasy GM, make sure you call Orvieto's Awards and More. For 35 years, these custom award specialists have been providing plaques, trophies, custom framing, while providing state-of-the-art laser and computerized engraving, UV printing, and glass crystal etching. They do all their engraving and printing in-house for quality control. Call Charles at 305-949-8098 or visit them at orvietosawards.com. Orvieto's Awards and More, where recognition is rewarding.
For over 16 years, EJDconstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDconstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
Set the rhythm of your smart home with Sloman Shield Link, the new integrated smart home platform that automates your life just the way you want it. Sloman Shield Link. Be the maestro of your own home.
It's game day at Toyota of Hollywood. Our All-Stars are here to give you our MVP experience. Join the fun and feast on discounts up to $4,500. Huddle up and score big on a 25 Corolla. Not $26,000, $17,988. It's a tailgate party you don't want to miss. So gobble up the savings at the #1 volume Toyota dealer. Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
When it comes to your smile, confidence is so important. At Moody S Dental, they provide the services to get your smile back. This family-run practice prides itself by offering the latest technology to give your family the best experience possible. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years with offices in Hialeah and Plantation. They accept most major dental insurances. They provide free new patient exams, 20% off select treatments. To qualify, please follow us on Instagram at moodys.dental. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years. To schedule an appointment in Hialeah, call 305-821-0231 and Plantation 954-692-6825. From Invisaligns, dental implants, same-day crowns, and the preventative care and preservation to get your smile back. Go to moodysdental.com to find out more and tell them Big O sent you.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
Price, service, selection. Get all this and more at South Florida's #1 loved Subaru store. Subaru of Pembroke Pines. Save today with our 3 ways to save. 0% financing, 0 down payment, or make no payments for 90 days. From Subaru of Pembroke Pines.
If you're looking to take your home or business to the next level, then RM Contractors can assist you. RM specializes in new residential turnkey, new commercial turnkey, home and office remodeling. Call them for free estimates. Serving all of South Florida, licensed and insured. Call Ray, 305-345-3649. You work hard to create the perfect atmosphere. You dream it, we'll build it. RM Contractors, 305-345-3649 or Instagram at RMC Fisher Island.
Hi, this is Jeff Welt from Welton Rayom. Dan and I have been in business together for over 22 years. We're not your typical lawyers. When Dan's not working in the office, he's flying his stunt plane. When I'm not in the office, I'm either getting tattooed, bowling, riding a motorcycle, or going to concerts. We might not be your typical attorneys, but we are aggressive attorneys, and we'll do whatever it takes to get you what you deserve. Consultations are always free. Call us anytime, 24/7.
Welton Rayom can help.
Where can you drive the new Acura TLX for only $399 a month? There's just one place, Acura of Pembroke Pines, the #1 volume Acura dealer.
The viewpoint, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website.
All right. Welcome aboard. Except, of course, this some idiot named No One Drummer. You can get lost, obviously, because guy says he's been watching for years. The commercials end right now after I go do 1 hour and 2 hours. You moron. Now you can block him. See you later. And forever. See ya. We're good. Welcome aboard. It is Wednesday, the 25th of March, 2026. We are at Hialeah Park. Yes, sir. It's a beautiful thing. Enjoying ourselves. It is day number 19,060 since the Miami Dolphins were world champions. It's day number 8,843 since the Miami Hurricanes were national champions. Welcome aboard, one and all, on a beautiful day. Loving life, baby. Loving life. It's another day. How's the market doing? How are we doing in the markets today? It is up. I think it's up right now. You know how it is. I always kind of hit it at first and it needs to get refreshed. But it says it's up 351 points at the moment. Might get refreshed. Did you know anything I don't know? I know this. Bitcoin has held pretty much around 70. Now it's at 71 or something, right around there. Something like that. So, you know, it's all good. It's all good in the hood. So there we go. We got at least a positive day for now, because of course, you know, we got Taco, you know, backing out, and this will get worse in another week, and we'll have ground troops and all that stuff. You know, just pray for our troops, folks. Just pray for our troops. S&P is up 47 points. The NASDAQ is down about a half a point. Not a big deal. It's right there. It's all good in the hood. And Bitcoin, let me see, just to make sure. I think we were like right around 70,750. It has actually held stronger than most things during all this crisis. You would think a lot of people thought it would actually drop a little bit, which I don't mind. I have no issues with it dropping a little bit more. Okay. All right. Anyway, the Heat back in action tonight.
They will take on the Cavs. What am I doing with the Heat? I'm just, I've gotten to this point. I don't know if you guys are at this point now with the Heat. I don't really care about the win-loss column anymore. I don't really care about your stupid little playoff position because it doesn't mean anything to me. I just want to see Pelle Larsson, and I want to see Yakuchonis, and I want to see Ware, become really consistent. Jaquez, that's what I want to see. Now, they're stuck in their other world, unfortunately, and they're stuck with all these other players that they don't really need, and they should have already moved them a while ago, but whatever. It is what it is. They're really bad at this when it comes to managing their roster, so they put themselves in this position. It's really frustrating when it should be all about development. Your guys are proven over and over and over again they're not good enough to do any kind of damage in the playoffs. You don't have a star on your team. You know what I mean? Bam gets his points because he's on a horrible team. So somebody's got to score, and he's got a skill set, and he can score, but he's not a star. He can't impose his offensive will on people. And that was proven the other night when a couple stars rolled into town with San Antonio, and he could not impose his will. So, this is – I know what I'm watching already. I've known what I've been watching for a while now, and I'm tired of talking about how you should have been turning over this roster and getting picks and all that stuff. And it's just excuses, and they're stuck in the past. Stuck in the past. Like Spain, I think yesterday was the first time they crossed the threshold where their entire country was 100% electric. And they were they're building to that moment. They've had some, some trip ups and all that kind of stuff. It's what you got to have a plan. You got to build to it and get to it. I had some idiot send me some old article from last year when they had some failure. And I go, well, that's the idea, bro. There's progress. They're working at it. You know what I'm saying? But you can't be stuck in the past with coal and with coal and gas. You know what I'm saying? You got to move forward. And that's my problem with the Miami Heat. They don't move forward. They don't understand that the world has changed and they're unwilling to change. Money will change. Digital money is what's going to take over, whether you like it or not. The world changes. Oh, man, we can't. The internet, I'll never use the. What do I need email for? Well, how's that going for you? See? So it just, everything evolves. You must evolve with it. It's going to change. It'll run you over one way or the other. And right now, that's what's happening to the Miami Heat. They're stuck in dial-up in the internet. They're stuck with rotary phones in the internet. I mean, I'm sorry. Instead of modern cell phones, that's what we have with the Miami Heat. Unfortunately, they have no GPS in their cars. They have no idea where they're going sometimes. They cannot go to their GPS and say, I want to go here, because there is no GPS. They've got a car that is like 90s, 80s. And that's kind of where their thinking is, unfortunately. Sad, right? But you must evolve in life. And when I sit down with the Miami Heat, I go, wow, dude, you guys don't evolve. You guys don't get it. And all I watch is for the young guys now. I mean, you've got to be a fool at this point to have any hope in the playoffs for the Miami Heat, whatever they make. The 10th spot, the 8th spot, the 6th spot, the 7th spot. I have no confidence in anything that they do. It doesn't matter. If they make it to the 6 and get out of the whole play-in thing, I got you eliminated against the 3. Pretty simple. So it doesn't matter to me. It's not like you're going to beat the 3. You're not going to beat any of the top 3. You might be lucky to get a game. So that part of me, I live in reality. I don't live in fantasy. Okay? Maybe there's injuries. Like that year they got to the finals and they got some breaks. Okay, well, that's about that. That's the only, and if that's what I'm waiting for, then you really still don't have the team. Because that proved it, that even getting the breaks, you got to the finals and you got exposed because you didn't have enough. You must evolve in life. Things will change and you've got to change with them. And if you stay behind, you get left behind. And that's what's happened to the Miami Heat. And that is my whole thing. And I wonder how you guys look at it, how you're watching this whole thing, because there is no progress being made whatsoever on the future at all. You realize that, right? You realize that the only thing they have secured is that they have the possibility with the coach that they have and the mediocre talent, they can get in the play-in at least. So that's the hamster wheel. And there is no way out right now because they refuse, as I told you yesterday, to do what made them great. It's disturbing. It really is. Costa Nostra goes, no one drummer. We will call that your first strike. Well, that was 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, it's opening day. Yeah, exactly. On this show, I just don't really have. I mean, in life, I don't have time for the people that are constantly uninformed, and so it's like we are the antithesis of sports radio. We don't play the clickbait game that they do all the time. We give you a real life point of view on each team locally. We don't go play with your emotions and try to, let's play the whole Tua thing now. Let's play it up and all that. Whatever, which is the latest lazy subject that's out there, or trading for Mendoza or whatever, all the stupid shit that they come up with. And they spend their time, talking or writing about it sometimes, wasting space, like mock drafts. So, we just try to keep it brutally honest for you guys. Oscar Rojas, thank you, sir, for the love in Melbourne. Appreciate you. NorCal, thank you, my man. Don't forget, folks, we're here at Hialeah Park. They are giving away a Lexus. It's a beautiful SUV. I got to take some pictures of it and post it on social media. Giving it away on Friday at 1:00. And you want to know how you win it? You go play the slots downstairs. Every time you play a slot, you get a shot in. But here's the trick. You got to be here on Friday night at 1 a.m. Not Thursday. That's becomes Friday night. It's really Saturday, 1 a.m. You know what I mean? Technically. Well, actually, really. So at 1 a.m., they give it away, but you got to be present in order to win. So a fraction of the people that actually played the slots throughout the week are actually here to win the SUV. I keep telling you guys this, whether it's the gold, the Bitcoin, the cars, the boats, whatever it is that they give out on that day, come out here, play the slots for an hour or something, you get a bunch of entries, and then, come back on Saturday or do it early Saturday there and then get your entries in, Take advantage, folks. Oh, yeah, that's right. They do that. It's Black Coffee Weekend. Okay, so let me see.
Yeah, it takes up the whole.
They got a big ass stage out there.
It's out there by the front stretch.
Yeah, because they got it out.
It's a little different than when they did,
out on the track. No,
it's actually on the track this time. Last time it was in front of.
Right, but now they're doing it on the track because now they've got an amphitheater, so they're going to start to bring more concerts now here. It's
going to be. It looks like it's going to be set up for a lot of people.
Yes. There's some other plans that I am aware of that I cannot talk about. That place is going to grow like crazy. It really is. Don't forget, folks, to smash the hell out of the like button, please. That's very important to get the algorithms going. You too, one drummer or whatever the guy's name was. You can hit the like button also now. And by the way, you don't get unblocked here. Once you get blocked, there's no coming back. Okay, we put you into that prism, that mirror prism, like they did in Superman, and you just disappear. Okay, so you don't get back. You'll have to sign on for another new email to get on. And remember what happened to you the first time. So learn your lesson. That's the beauty of all of this. We are given the pleasure of eliminating the people that we have no use for, because we know they're not going to bring anything to the table, and they're going to be assholes about everything. So we can get rid of those people. We don't need them cluttering it up and silliness. Don't forget, you can make a donation to the show, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo. You can make your questions, comments, insults there. We will definitely read them here on the show as always. And don't forget that Subaru of Pembroke Pines, a proud sponsor of our program. You can mention us, and you will get $500 off there at Subaru of Pembroke Pines. And right now, they've got the Forester 2026 model, $249 a month, 0.9% financing. That's crazy. And 0 payments for 90 days. The Ascent Premium 2026, by the way, $274 a month, 2.9% financing, 0 payments, that is, for 90 days. The 2026 Outback Premium, $299 a month, 3.9% financing, 0 payments for 90 days. Tell them that Big O sent you. Go see my guy, Eric Stampone. Alan is the manager there. He does great work. He's a big Dolphins fan. Okay? He suffers like big time with us. He is dying for the Dolphins to have a great season. Huge Dolphins fan, Alan, the GM there at Subaru Pembroke Pines, 16100 Pines Boulevard. Really good people, man. They'll take care of you. And the Subaru vehicle is, when it comes to customer ratings and all of that, it's number one usually, man, in every category. It's crazy. And reliability and all that. And resale value, by the way. The resale value of Subarus is higher than the average cars in America. So that's actually pretty cool. Check it out. Let's see. NorCal is in the house. Big Johnson in. Finally going to pick up my new ride up after totaling mine a while back. Nothing like a brand new beast being stranded for 2 months. Good luck, man. I'm happy for you. Nothing like a new car, man. It's the best. Dolphin Dave in the house. Lenny Pena. Some are upset about Tua's comments, but the guy said nothing wrong. He answered a question, but he's not here no more. People need to relax. Yeah. I will give you my 2 cents on that. I'll be 2 and maybe 10 cents after that. What else? Tua blaming the head coach is wrong. Tua just did not play good football and did stupid things out there on the field. That's why he's a bust. Yeah, you could say that, but I can also say that the coach did all kinds of stupid things to help Tua fail at the same time. At the end, it was more physical. The last year and a half, it looked like something physical was going on with him. But everything else, I blame all the coaches, my brother. So, I have a completely different view of this. The problem is it's a myopic view that goes on with you Dolphin fans out there, some of you. And we'll get to that because, I can tell that Lenny Pena doesn't have that myopic view, but I can tell Dolphin Dave does. So we will talk about that. Cosa Nostra in the house. Let's see. TJ Superman, Big O. Can I get a shout out to my youngest daughter? It's her 5th birthday today. Juliana, happy birthday to you. I can't sing the happy birthday song because then they'll sue you and all that stuff, or you're liable and all that. But today's your birthday. I'll do a little altered images for you. So happy birthday. Hope you have a great birthday, and make sure dad takes care of you. Okay, Juliana, make sure, you know what I mean? You got to get what you deserve. All right. So happy birthday to you. All right. What else? Think Blue Dodgers is smashing it. Are his Dodgers in action today? Because baseball, we don't have baseball here in South Florida, but you have baseball in Los Angeles. You have baseball in New York. Yes, they are a Netflix game. Yes. So I know that baseball opens tonight. I don't know when they'll start playing baseball here in South Florida, but it's Yankees, San Francisco Giants. So what's any other games? That's just one game tonight? Okay, so they get front stage. All right. So I'll watch the stupid Heat because I love watching the young guys. But I gotta have the Yankee game on the side because I gotta watch a little real baseball is all right with me. Although, hey, by the way, for you Yankee fans out there, this is good news because it's not the playoffs yet, so Judge will play well today. Stoney Stanley's in the house. Juan Rosa. Sweet Baby Ray. Gus 1388. Stephen Baker, the touchdown maker. Rusty Rags. Plenty poppin'. Jeff in Long Island is in there. Let's see. Juan says, perfect timing to start the show, Big O. I totally forgot the show starts when you're ready. Thank you, Lord. It's actually true. That's kind of the idea. When you don't have to answer to anybody, it kind of goes when Sean and I are ready. Yeah, that's just kind of goes like that way. It's the luxury. It's the blessing that we've had for 6 years. Let's see. Pat in Asheville. I already missed the first ghost of the day. Brian Landis, Renee, Big O, you're a Tua guy. I want to know your take on Joe Rose's video. Oh, you want my take? It's there, and that's lazy radio. It's typical what they do at QAM. They play the lazy topics, the ones that fans gravitate to, and then they play on your emotions. And so it's really easy. Look, let's get into it. All right. So Tua had his comments. He was asked about the situation here in Miami. And for those of you that haven't seen it, Sean Stanley, please load it up for us there and get it ready. Because obviously a lot of people were pissed off about the comments. Why? I'm not exactly sure, but go ahead.
With your teammates. Can you just give us some insight into, what it was like last season in Miami and how that might have shaped the season that you had?
Yeah. I don't want to get too much in depth with things that were going on, more so in terms of players to coaches than it was players to players. But it was unique in a sense. It was unique.
Unique in what way?
In a lot of ways.
We'll go to Terrence Moore.
All right. So, and then of course the laugh at the end. So let me ask you something. You didn't think it was unique? You didn't think it was weird? You didn't think that you had a coach that had no control of what he was doing? His players were unorganized. They didn't know where to line up. They didn't know how to run routes. You don't think you don't think it's unique that Tyreek Hill and Waddle can call themselves off the field at any time that they feel like it? I've been around a while. You're not doing that to Saban. You're not doing that to Jimmy. You're not doing that to Shula. You're coming off the field when they tell you you're coming off the field. Jerry Sullivan, by the way, the father of John Eric Sullivan. I know Jerry Sullivan very well as a coach. You're not coming off the field until Jerry Sullivan tells you you're coming off the field. Okay? So I'm not exactly sure what is wrong with any of you Tua haters out there, because anything gets your panties in a bunch when the entire organization is a joke. You don't think it's odd that your owner went behind the scenes and cost you a first and a third rounder getting busted trying to recruit another coach and quarterback? You don't think it's odd that or unique that your owner went behind Sperano's back to go get Harbaugh? Was Bullygate not unique enough for you? I'm just wondering, you want me to go over the greatest hits of uniqueness? You think what's going on now is new? What, you think it was unique hanging on to Ryan Tannehill for 7 years? Overpaying for Ndamukong Suh? You think it was unique to extend Joe Philbin on a stupid game that they beat the Vikings? Just wondering. Oh, Tua took the money. Who gives a shit? Is it your money? They had a chance to build a real line in front of him. They never did. He took a beating, and he's too small to take a beating. They had a chance to commit to a running game. They didn't. They had a chance to add a tight end from day one that he can use as a big target because every quarterback, including Tom Brady, throws a lot to the tight ends. In fact, the Rams throw to 4 tight ends because they've got a statue. Big receivers. Did they do that? No, they're throwing. Did you not find it unique that you were throwing fade patterns from a midget quarterback to a midget receiver? And by the way, you know it fails, but you kept trying it. So where's the uniqueness in that? And is that the quarterback's fault, or is that the asshole on the sidelines that keeps calling that play? And it keeps failing because the chances of it working are so slim to none. Now, when you brought in Darren Waller, did they increase some? You know, it's just lazy radio, bro. Lazy radio. That's what they do at QAM all the time. Half the time, they're not even talking about sports. And the other half the time when they're talking about sports, they go with the lazy topics that it's just, it's bottom feeder shit. It's clickbait bullshit. It's stuff that doesn't really work. So now the newest thing is to talk about the Alabama kid for the Dolphins. And they're not going to do that, dude. Just like they weren't going to go trade for Mendoza, but that went on for a couple of weeks. Oh, the Giants, they don't need, they have Jackson Dart. Why don't we trade for the Giants with the Giants? They'll trade them with, wait a minute, the season hasn't ended yet. What are you people talking about? What are you people writing about? So that's what goes on here. And so it's so low-hanging fruit to act like you're bothered by Tua's comments when the entire organization has been a freaking joke for nearly 40 years. For nearly 40 years, dude. You think it was unique that you went with John Avery instead of Randy Moss? Just wondering, like, I can come up with all kinds of uniqueness. Did you think it was unique that Jimmy Johnson barely showed up the final year, didn't even go to the Senior Bowl or the Combine or anything, and just sent his guys, and he had like the training wheels on Wanstead the entire year? Did you guys not think that was unique? Just wondering. So there's a lot of unique shit that goes on. Oh my God, the $200 million we gave him. No, you didn't give him shit, dude. Okay, and they gave Jalen Ramsey, and they gave all kinds of people all kinds of money for years now. For years, dude. You took big cap hits. They're bigger now because money is worth less. We explained that to you throughout the show over the years. So you can bring from reality to, fantasy stuff, football. But the cap hits for Sue and Tannehill when they left were brutal. in those days relative to that cap, just like it is now. It's not a big deal. So we're all getting disgusted about something that'll be washed away in a year and a half. This year and next year. Big deal. Like you were going anywhere. Like, were you going anywhere 2 years before that, or 4 years before that, or 10 years before that, or 20 years before that, or 25 years before that, or 30 years before that? No, you weren't going anywhere. So I'm sorry. What kind of a setback is this? I'm just giving you reality. You can whine like a little bitch about it, but that's lazy. If you want to actually be responsible and you actually want to look at things objectively, you will blame Robbie, you will blame Huizenga, both rest in peace, and now you'll blame this clown, Stephen Ross, because they're the ones that ruined Dan Marino. They're the ones that ruined that defense with Zach and Jason. They're the ones that ruined an opportunity with Ricky. They're the ones that ruin every single opportunity that you get, because individually, you have some great performances over the years, some quality players. You'll get Jason Taylor play under Saban, Defensive Player of the Year. And what does that end up with? Nothing. It's because Saban ends up choosing Culpepper over Breeze. Isn't that unique? Oh, it's actually not unique, because that's what we do. We settle for one player over the other. We take Jamar Fletcher instead of Drew Brees. That's unique. It's so unique. I love how, trading Anthony Carter for Robin Senline. Unique. Drafting Jay Brophy and Eric Kumaro. Unique. I mean, what are you people talking about? What have you been watching for nearly 40 years now? Did you not watch the uniqueness of Thurman Thomas running all over the Dolphins for 300 yards? Just wondering. Did you watch the uniqueness of the Diesel running all over the Dolphins? Or Kim Bokamper dropping a key interception that the quarterback made him fumble? Unique. Come on, man. What are we talking about here, dude? We're sitting here and they choose Ted Ginn. Unique. How unique is it that somebody says you are going to love Ted Ginn and his family? That's unique. Yeah. I mean, this Tua this is all new, man. Oh, my God. We are this franchise that is above approach. We've done everything clean and perfect. Yeah, of course. This Tua stuff, though, that's an aberration. I mean, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo. You can send in your questions, comments, insults, all kinds of good stuff. And we appreciate it immensely. Thank you, as always. Sweet Baby Ray. A little Cash App. Thank you, sir. He says for the next 2 weeks, for the next 2 Wade statues should be Anthony Carter's agent. Yeah, well, that got us Shaq. The Anthony Carter move got us opened up the space for Shaq, actually. And then he sends in another one. Thank you, sir, for your generosity. You're a beast. He says, Tua was not the only player to call out the coach. Dude, this is nothing new, man. On this show, it, Sweet Baby Ray. You listen to this show enough. I've been killing the coach for a while now, and the environment that they created there. You couldn't win. You were never going to win with that clown. Dude, he had Skylar Thompson next to him for 3 years, and he had no idea he couldn't play. Is that unique? Unique, right? You practice with him every day for nearly 3 years. Every day he's throwing balls. Every day he's in the quarterback room. And the day you need him, he looks like he couldn't even do anything. He couldn't even hand off. That's how discombobulated the man was. That's unique. This is endless. It's like a fountain of uniqueness. It just comes out, dude. That's what they should have it outside the stadium, the unique fountain. And just like it's a digital fountain, and then all that comes out are just Jay Brophy. And then it disappears. You know, that's just kind of the way it should be. Right? Noah Igbenogamy. And it disappears. And you know those things that shoot all over water and then they land and they go and then disappear. And they got it at Epcot. Same thing. Digital. Bam. Ryan Tannehill. Contract extension. John Beck. Draft pick. That's it, Couple words. It's all we need, and it brings back the nightmare. Thurman Thomas, 300 yards. The unique fountain. Okay? Let's get a sponsor for Ross has got to make money on this. So we've got to get the proper sponsor for the unique fountain. Because this is so unique. Okay. Let's see. What else do we have? Brett Dodger, good day to you, sir. All I need, Big O break, is doing income taxes all morning. Wow. Hang in there, my brother. I'm sure your brain is fried. NorCal says, today is 20 years owning and or running Rover Doc, working on Range Rovers for 32 years now. I had to adapt to a lot of electronics. I hate it. Adapt or die. Yeah, that's right. That's how it goes. In every walk of life, we all have to adapt or die. It's just the way it is. Pat in Asheville, it's the Phantom Zone in Superman. Come on, fellow king of useless information. Well, that's it. We sent that dude onto the Phantom Zone. He's gone. Marlins baseball has not been very, very good to me. Thank you, Gus, bringing me a little Chico Escuela. Most of you, only some of you know who Chico Escuela is. Jaybird, excited about the start of the Yankees baseball season. There you go. And by the way, Aaron Judge will play well tonight. So it's good for you, man. I'm happy for you. Now, in the playoffs, you may want to, you guys should trade Aaron Judge for the playoffs and then get him back for the following regular season. I think I think we're onto something there, right? That's what you guys should do. What else? What else do we have here? Thrilla Gorilla is in. Big O, I finally grew a teja. Nice. There we go. Nothing wrong with tejas. I'm a teja guy myself. Always, most of the time have been. There have been some times where I cut my hair short, but most of my life I like having long hair. It's kind of the thing. And plus, I'm already almost 60, so I'm running out of time to have any hair. So the fact that I still have hair at this point, at this age, it's miracles, dude. Miracles. What else? Thank you, Kosa. Tick says the entire team is a joke. So was Greer, McD, and Tua eating up 50% of our cap space. Well, that's their problem, dude. It doesn't matter. Team was going to suck anyways. Oh, it's not like it was going anywhere. So it's a 1-year fiscal reset. Next year, you've got 75% of your money Whatever, dude. Your team's not going to be that good anyways. It wasn't going anywhere. It's not a real setback at all. Let's see what else. Oscar Waddle over Jamar Chase. That's legit, even though Jamar Chase has had a lot of injuries. Like, he's missed a lot of time. And he had that serious, like, hip injury, too, that he missed some time. Was it hip or was it a knee? Wondering. No. Yeah. Chase had where he missed, like, 7-8 games that season or something like that. He's missed a lot of games. He has been injury prone. While Waddle's got nicked up and he's missed a couple games, Chase has missed a lot more games than him. Now, is he better? I'm not going to deny that. What else? 90 miles from Cuba is in. Big O, we need players with Tejas. Well, that would be good. I mean, we got rid of my guy, Van Ginkel, Tejas. You know, why would you do that? That was another reason why. Not only did I love Van Ginkel from the get-go, but then he also had Tejas. Very disappointed. Oh, by the way, he cut it now, but you know who's another guy that had Tejas? Sean Stanley. But it's Fro Tejas that I love. A role player that I love that we let go. Come on. Who's the role player that I love? He's been on 2 different teams already since he left us. You know who it is? There it is. See, 90 miles from Cuba is the man. Matt Collins. That's it. He had that big ass fro. Tejas. You cannot ever count out the folks with Tejas. You can't. Us Tejas people, we are impactful one way or the other. Jesus, Tejas. That's it. It's over. No more. That's the proof you needed. See? Devil ended up down there, burnt. No Tejas. He loses. Weak. See? Tejas is the power. Bjorn Borg won 5 Wimbledon titles with a wooden racket. Tejas. Pulled that shit out right there, buddy. Ha. Huh? Agassi. Tejas. Then he shaved him, and he just wasn't the same again. When he shaved it was like, yo, what's wrong with you? He lost the power of the Tejas. You see? Once you have the Tejas, you can't let it go. Ask him. That's all. True Fin fan, having Marino and not build him a team, unique. So true, bro. It's just lazy shit that people do on radio, or it's a lazy article that, you'll get people riled up and they play with your emotions instead of just treating you like an adult and talking to you about the reality of really what is going on. But we could just, have a slanted and biased point of view and just make it look like it's one little thing. It's one little Tua. And, bro, please, are you kidding me? Tua is just a domino of other dominoes that just lead to it. You know what I mean? Tua was going to fail because you were never building the team around him like you were supposed to. And we said that from day one. That's nothing new. Nothing new on this show, at least. Stephen Baker, the touchdown maker. Thank you, sir, for your generosity on Venmo. Love how you tell us the number of days since the last championship. Maybe we should do a pool to guess how many more days season it will be before we win a championship or playoff game. No, let's not do that, bro. Like counting jelly beans in a jar, entries by Venmo like a rattle for a hat or something. It's just When will it end? We don't know. I may be retired by the time it happens. We never gave the prize away. Although the Canes, I think, is coming. Because Mario gets to recruit several first-rounders every year. Right, that's what I'm saying. So that I think Mario's, he's got to do the job on game day, like we've talked about over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. That's his thing. But he's going to have the talent. He's going to have the talent. So I think that one has a chance. The Dolphins, man, we won't know till years 3 and 4 of Sully and half. Because the first 2 years are going to be rebuilding years. They're not going to do anything. But in years 3 or 4, if you did 1 and 2 right, we should start seeing the fruits of your labor in years 3 or 4. And then we can feel good about it. But if you don't see it, then we can start questioning, because really you can't judge them we could judge here and there things in the first 2 years, little things here, but we can't have it like an overall assessment until we get to like year 3 or 4, probably, that we can see what they've done, unless they're just absolute disasters the first 2 years, where the drafts are doing nothing or whatever, which I hope that's not the case. I mean, we're all hoping for much better days, man. Rusty says, you should have seen the looks I got launching my boat in the frigid lake here in New York today, or maybe it was the Dolphins flag I have flying on the back of my boat. Good for you, my brother. Sport our colors, no matter what. Even if our team sucks, we don't. Okay? We're not the problem. They're the problem. They got to fix their shit. It's not your fault. It's not my fault. We don't own, we don't run, we don't coach the team. So it's their fault. And you are not the problem. Because obviously, if you're a South Florida sports fan, your other teams win and win titles. So it's not like, can't say that you're the bad luck. Let's see. Playoff Skyler was unique too. Crazy how he regressed over the years. He was a better QB pre-McDaniel, probably. And by the way, he looked actually decent in the preseason for Pittsburgh. So, not that again I trust him or anything, but coaching. Let's see. Thank you, Jeff in Long Island. You know me well. Dolphins Fountain of Shame, sponsored by the Tequesta tribe. Yes, he is, NorCal. Cool dude. Yes, definitely. Ocala Joe in the house. A whale has stepped into the building. Afternoon-os, smashing it in the afternoon. You know how much I've saved on haircuts over the last 20 years? Yes, you have. Oh, man. Big O, did Link from the Mod Squad have Tejas? Oh yeah, yes, we had Tejas in the Mod Squad. One of the best theme songs too. Mod Squad had a great theme song. Yeah, that's right up there with what's that? Keep your eye on the spell. Robert Blake, whatever. That's that's right up there as one of the better theme songs, Beretta, of all time. Let's see what else. Marino did have a mullet back in the early days. When he threw for 5,000 yards, he had Tejas. That's a very good point. Marino went to the Super Bowl with Tejas. The problem was the defense didn't have Tejas. We didn't have a running back with Tejas. We needed more Tejas involved in that team. I bet you there were San Francisco players that had some Tejas. If I go back and look, would not be surprised if some of those dudes in San Fran were winning and they had some Tejas going on. Wasn't Jerry Rice, of course. What else? We just let go of the wrong players and sign the wrong ones. Yeah, we did that a lot too. Yeah, that's gone on a lot in our history, bro. So right, Dolphin Dave. So right. That has been a thorn in our side. We let go of the wrong guys and we keep the wrong guys, and that kills us. So glad the ums and ahs coach is gone, says Ray. You guys are a trip. All right, let's get to our 3A Graphics sports calendar. The great Sean Stanley. Remember Alan Blanco. If you need custom printing and embroidery, please call him. He does great work anywhere in the country. We've had listeners, owners of businesses and kind of groups also too that they've called, and they've done it all by Zoom, and they send the logo and they ship it out to them right away. 786-618-1443. Custom printing and embroidery. If you need hats, shirts, whatever it is, uniforms, they can take care of you. Tonight at 7:30, Heat and Cavs. Cavs are favored by 2.5 at home. Over and under is 243.5. The Heat are plus 120 on the money line. The Cavs are minus 140 on the money line. On the ice, the Panthers defeated the Kraken last night in a shootout 5-4. Bob had 22 saves. Noah Gregor had a goal and an assist. Tomorrow, they take on Minnesoters at 7 o'clock. Saturday at 7, Fort Lauderdale United hit the road. They take on the Carolina Ascent. Inter Miami on the soccer front is off till August. And they will, April 4th, not August, April 4th at 7:30 as they take on Austin at Chase Stadium. And, yes, that is opening the new stadium. Yep. And they just announced some two-time Grammy winner, Karen Leone or something. I have no idea who that is. So I'm not hip enough to know who Karen Leone is. But yeah, they're going to be performing June 28 or something. That's like the first concert at that stadium. Yeah. By the way, yeah. And that is your 3A Graphics sports calendar. Now, I got to tell you something. If you're going to go to that stadium for anything, take the Metro Rail. Park at another Metro Rail station, wherever is closest to you, and move in. Or you could go to a place that's kind of close to the stadium. That's a drop or two away that you can whatever. Do not go there and park. Okay? That is going to be a logistical nightmare. It is one of the worst places to ever put a stadium. It just is. There's not a lot of exits, and they're all like, they can't be expanded. They're not big streets. So I don't know what the hell they're going to do, but I would not waste any time going there and parking and wait a half a year or something to see how it all breaks down or whatever and see if it's worth it, because it is going to be a nightmare. Okay, I've lived in that area my entire life. I know that area inside and out, and that is, you got one exit out over the bridge. You could go through, I think it is 11th or 12th Street to get to 27th Avenue, or you've got to go on 37th to the right, where you've got the highway and the lights and all that stuff, and it's a mess. It's a mess. It really is. It's going to be a mess. Good for the people that have some houses across the street. If they want to make some money in parking, they probably will, because that's probably what I would do, is park where the stadium is. Then there's 37th Avenue. Across starts houses. I would park a couple blocks down. That way I'm away from everything, and in that direction, that's what I would do. And in that direction, I would then get in my car and go in that direction towards 27th Avenue. And then I can take 27th Avenue right to the highway right there, so I can take off to 95 and go north if I got to go home, or I can also go up 27th Avenue and go to the Palmetto if I want to that way. But you get out of that mess, out of the stadium. That is my suggestion, knowing the neighborhood and how to get out of that neighborhood. That would probably be the best way to do it. If you end up parking on the west side of 37th Avenue instead of the east side of 37th Avenue, you're going to make a grave mistake. That's just me. Okay. That's what I would tell you. What else? Have you seen the practices where Marino flicked a ball behind? Yeah, of course. I used to see that all the time. Yeah. I used to see it all the time. He'd have all kinds of trick throws. Marino had when he would warm up, he had all kinds of trick throws when he was warming up in practice or in games or whatever. That dude was a freak with the ball. He could just do shit with the ball that nobody could do, man. He is. Have you ever seen him with that golf trick? Tom Garfinkel, I think, is the one that filmed it. It's somewhere on social media. You can find it. Marino hits a golf ball. Like, he hits a golf ball straight up in the air and looks at the camera and holds out his hat, and it falls into his hat. That's what he is. That's Marino. If you watched him play, you never saw anything like that again. It's like a Barry Sanders. You just never saw anything like that again. So far, it's like Michael Jordan. You just haven't seen anybody do that. It's just there's one. And that's why he is so beloved by quarterbacks that came right after him in that next generation, because they loved watching him spin that ball that most people could not do the shit that he would do. And he wasn't an athlete, like legs-wise. He was an athlete everywhere else, but legs-wise, because of his, lower body, he wasn't very mobile or anything, but everything else athletically from the waist up was there. And so his eyes, his arm, his accuracy, his ability to do shit, it was ridiculous. Ridiculous. I'm so thankful I watched him, but I'm also pissed that we didn't build around the guy. And we didn't give him what he needed in order to win. All Your Cooling and Plumbing will give you what you need. All right. They are now in year 53. They started back in 73. Over 350,000 satisfied customers. That's awesome. They've been in business for a long time. They service Homestead to Vero Beach, and we've got offices now in Naples. So for our friends in the West Coast and you live in Naples, please call them. 888-204-5554. Extended warranty, financing available, same-day installations, free repair estimates, 7-day-a-week service. Please call the folks at All Your Cooling and Plumbing and tell them that Big O sent you. They are number one. All right. Remember, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo. You can send in your questions, comments, insults, all kinds of good stuff. Plus the airport traffic 24/7. Total mess. Yes. Plus the people that live in that neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And there are a bunch of rental car agents. There's a rental shop, a car rental thing right across from it. So there's constantly cars coming out of there. This is going to be a disaster of all disasters. Okay. This is pure greed, and they got the stadium in there, and, everything's driven by greed in life. You all know that. I'm not breaking any news there. They didn't have a lot of options. So they couldn't really think it through. It's like, you know what, man? The more I think about it, okay, Amerant Bank Arena in Sunrise was so well planned out. And why? They had all this space, the new mall, everything, and they had multiple highways they can go off of, and they could create their own thoroughways in and out of it. and it was magnificent. I mean, when you go to an event there, it's the easiest place to get out of, correct? I mean, when we used to have packed Fusion games, or you go to packed Inter Miami game now, where it's at now, and it's literally next to I-95. Dude, it's a mess to get in and out of that place. And it was like that for the Fusion. It was like that for back in the day for the Strikers, all that kind of stuff. We've always had problems getting in and out of there. Ingress, egress has always been a problem. I mean, look at the what's it called? Kaseya Center now. You got to park blocks away, really, to get the hell out. Because if you park right by it in those parking lots and all, oh my God, you're stuck there forever in concerts or games. So you have to leave early. You have to run out early, beat the traffic, and get the hell out. You guys know. It's terrible. This place is the worst that we've ever had in the history of South Florida sports. So I'm just telling you, when it's a packed stadium, that is going to be hell to get in and out of that stadium. So please take the Metro Rail. That's how you're going to get in and out quick. Okay? In and out quick. So, just saying. What else? Big O, I agree about that Inter Miami Stadium parking. It looks like a nightmare. My parents live in walking distance there, and we'll probably do that when I visit them. Oh, yeah. If you're in walking distance, you're super blessed. Go back home to your parents, hang out, and then leave later on when everything's settled down. That is, dude, you're awesome. And you don't have to pay for parking. So you win. That's winning right there, baby. Damn. Let's see. Tua is a grain of sand in the desert of dysfunction that is the franchise of the Miami Dolphins. You get it, bro. You get it. How the F did we draft them, extend the loser? Well, that's because it's not really about extending him. It's about not knowing how to build around him. Just like you didn't know how to build around Tannehill, you didn't know how to build around Marino. It's what we do. You have a quarterback, and then you don't give them what they need. Like Marino, he could take care of the passing, but you didn't take care of the running for him. You always gave him a meh running back, so he didn't respect it. And then you gave him a defense that was shitty. Tannehill went to the AFC Championship game because he played on a team that was loaded, and he didn't have to do much. And Henry carried his ass because they gave him the line, they gave him the running back, they gave him the defense. And Tannehill, he can only do so much. But it shows you that they knew that he wasn't that, and they needed everything else in order to get to where they got. And then you get Tua, and you see where he comes from Alabama, and you got to go, okay, well, we got to build a line. We got to get him receivers. We got to get him a big tight end, big receiver, so he has range, help him out, give him a strong running game. They did none of that. None of that. So then he takes the beating, takes the punishment, suffers the concussions, and here we are. So, it's a cancer all around, dude. And the players, every one of them, JT and Zach and Tua and Marino, and every one of them suffer, okay? Jay Ajayi suffers. Ricky Williams suffers. Lamar Smith suffers. They all suffer, dude. Cam Wake suffers. They all can come up with really good seasons, really good careers, and it means nothing. Nothing whatsoever. X can have 10 interceptions, and it doesn't mean shit. Why? Because in the context of team, when it comes to the totality of the performance, it's nothing. But we do get a lot of individual stuff. That's all we ever get. We have a running back that scores 20 touchdowns, and what does that mean? Nothing. So I've been watching this all my life, dude. Nothing. Let's see what else. Thank you, Chad. Facts, you never get stuck there. Dan was the best to me to ever pass the ball. It was fun to watch him, but heartbroken to not win the Super Bowl. Well, you don't give him the team. I went to a Fusion game for a field trip when I was a kid. Nice. They were fun, man. Those last 2 years with Ray Hudson, they were a lot of fun. The first couple of years, it wasn't. With digital Tacoweeda and shit. Yeah, no, that wasn't good. But the last 2 years, that was good, man. That was good. Lassiter and Valderrama and all these guys that we had, Raimondo and everything. It was cool, man. It was really, really cool. Really, really cool. Big O, do you know how many draft picks Dallas had with the Herschel Walker trade? God, now you're asking me to remember, but if I remember correctly, I want to say, you can look it up. Okay, I want to say they got somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 or 6 picks, and I want to say it was like a first rounder and 2 second rounders were involved in that, or 2 first rounders and a second rounder or something. Do you have it there already? He's looking it up already. I guess he saw it ahead of time and figured I might read it, and so he's already on the working the fingers right now. What else? What do you got?
All right, so following the 1989 trade of running back Herschel Walker to the Vikings, the Cowboys ultimately acquired 8 draft picks through the deal. While the initial transaction in October 1989 included 6 picks and 5 players, the deal structure allowed Dallas to convert those players into high-value selections. The trade was structured with conditional picks attached to each of the 5 players Dallas received. If the Cowboys released these players before February 1st, 1990, the Vikings were required to provide high-round draft compensation. Coach Jimmy Johnson strategically maneuvered to secure these picks, leading to the following haul. He had first-round picks, 3, 1990, 91, and 92, 3 second-round picks, 90, 91, 92, third-round pick in 92, and a 6th-round pick in 1990.
Yep. That's what made it. And then they picked the right players because they got like Emmitt Smith with that pick.
And that additionally, as you just said, they ended up with Emmitt Smith, Russell Maryland, Kevin Smith, Darren Woodson.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. That is they killed it, as they said back in the day. That was the trade of a lifetime. Ritter says, Big O, I've watched the fake spike a dozen times. Other than Mark Ingram, did anyone know what Dan was doing? Well, it was Strzok's call. Don Strzok made that call on the sidelines. He told Shula, they brought Dan over, I believe, or he gave him the signal or whatever, and then they went, because there was a play that they had in the in the hopper, as they say. And Don Strzok was like a coach. That's the beauty of, that was the other thing that helped Marino a lot. Don Strzok helped Marino a ton, dude. A ton. Because Strzok can't do what Marino could do, but Strzok could see things that Marino couldn't see at times. So Marino had the radar. He could see shit and anticipate and all that, but everybody needs help. There's no quarterback in the world that doesn't need help. And Don Strzok was like, it was like having 4 eyes out there on the field. It was awesome. And so those two were so close that there was also that connection. So, yeah, that was a Stroker's call, and then they executed it. That was beautiful, man. It was beautiful. It was fun. Those days were a lot of fun, I got to say. By the way, I saw Tiger Woods in Jupiter for the TGL finals. That guy still makes buzz, doesn't he? It's amazing. That sport is so desperate for another superstar. Since Tiger, they've had no superstars. They're dying to, oh, no, this guy's a guy. No, this guy's a guy. And none of them are. You know what I'm saying? And nobody has the galleys that guy did, where it was like a sea of people moving with him. You know what I mean? Ratings were going through the roof. He brought purses to levels that nobody had ever seen before. He brought people to the game that would have never watched the game. That was such a transcending star. And it reminds me, and we've had this conversation, it's a perfect analogy. Bob Marley. We get rock stars and another rock star and country stars and pop stars and all that, but we have no reggae superstars. There's one. His name is Bob Marley. There are none now. There's no such thing as a reggae superstar. There's one. They've never been able to replace that. Well, not to replace, because you don't replace, but they've never been able to have. There's nobody that belongs in his Mount Rushmore. It's like a lonely ass, Peter Tosh and all those other guys. No. All the other Marleys, no. It's like Bob and there's nothing else. Okay? Same thing here. Like it's Tiger, and after Tiger, they have not been able to come up with. They don't have that guy. The sport cannot produce that guy. It's crazy. But it's impressive on his part because he's a shell of what he was, and he's still a draw, and still people want to see him and all that kind of stuff. So it's impressive. Really is. Yes.
Not really Dolphins related, but football related. Adam Schefter. The 49ers and the Rams will play Thursday, September 10th at 5:35 p.m. at the Melbourne Cricket Ground in Australia. Due to the 17-hour time difference, the 49ers and Rams will take the field Friday at 10:35 a.m. in Melbourne, with the game airing Thursday evening in the United States.
The other side of
So
the
I guess
world.
that's going to be the Thursday night game now, actually. Well, are they going to do two?
Two.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Now we're up to 2 Thursday night games.
Money, baby. Money. It's what produces it. That's all it's all about. Bernie Kosar brought fake spike. Oh, there you go. It was Bernie Kosar who made the call, or it was Stroker that made the call? You might be right. Maybe it was Kosar at that point, not Stroker. Yeah, look it up there. That's right. I remember Kosar also was there, but I thought it was, maybe you're right. Maybe it was Kosar. Yeah. Yeah, you might be right, Pat. You might be right on that one. Maybe it was Kosar in them days. But it was cool. I know it was a call from the sidelines. I thought it was a Stroker. But you might be right. You might be right on that one. Yeah, it was Kosar. So there you go. Thank you, Pat. Appreciate you with the correction. U.S. Postal Service to impose 8% surcharges on packages to cover rising fuel costs. Way to go. Way to go. That is just awesome.
And the great thing is, once the gas goes down,
yeah,
they'll give us at least 2% back. Maybe,
right?
They'll
bring it all the way down for sure. That's what they always do. Once they raise they always bring it down. Always. That's what they got for us every single time. Let me see. Let me do a little music. Let me get a little music in. Hey, don't forget, we are giving away a Lexus on Friday at 1 a.m. So get your butts in gear there. Take advantage. Lexus of North Miami, too. Let's see. Let's start off with musicians born on this date of the 25th of March. All right. Big Sean, the American rapper. He was born on this date. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Yes. Born on this date in 1988. Ryan Lewis, music producer, DJ. Also worked with Macklemore, of course. Born in 1988. Juvenile, the rapper and actor. Terry Gray, born in 75. Frank Ferrer, one of many drummers for Guns N' Roses, born in my year, 66. The great Jeff Healey, rest in peace. Canadian guitarist. He lost his sight. If you ever watched Roadhouse, right? Roadhouse, the one with Patrick Swayze. Okay, you know the blind guy playing the guitar inside the cage? That's Jeff Healey. Yeah, that's Jeff Healey. And he died of cancer back in March 2nd of 2008. Let's see who else. Steve Norman, who played the guitar and sax with Spandau Ballet. This much is true. Born in 60. Maisie Williams with the German vocal group Boney M. Let's see what else. 150 million records sold, by the way, just in case. If you don't know Boney M. What else? Bob Ezrin, music producer and keyboardist, best known for his work with Lou Reed, Alice Cooper, Kiss, Pink Floyd, Deep Purple, Peter Gabriel, Jane's Addiction, Dr. John, Nils Lofgren, and Fish. He has some talent. Born in 49. Let's see what else. Duncan Brown, singer, songwriter. Born in 47. Elton John, Sir Elton John, born in 47 on this date. Jack Hall from the Charlie Daniels Band, born in 47 on this date. Aretha Franklin, damn, the Queen of Soul, born in 42. This list got like wicked strong at the end there, dude. Let's see who else is celebrating a birthday today. And that is it. That is it for musicians. Now we go to famous people born on this date. Remember, if I don't give you an age, that means they are no longer with us. All right. Yes, Kosa, Joe Burrow is suffering. But Joe Burrow suffers the fate that all Bengals quarterbacks suffer. Remember, we talked about that in the show. Ken Anderson went once and never again because they never had that team again. Boomer Esiason went once. They never went back again. And Joe Burrow went once and they never. So somehow or another, Mike Brown's teams find a way to the Super Bowl every, generation or so, but they never come back because they never really keep the teams and he's cheap and all that kind of stuff. So it's really more not a Marino thing. It's really a Bengal thing. Because I talked about this. I talked about this when Joe Burrow went to the Super Bowl. I explained it again. This is not hindsight. At that moment, I go, Joe Burrow's going to become what Ken Anderson and Boomer Esiason have become. And sure enough, the one trip and never again. It's interesting. And whenever they get another quarterback one day, I bet the guy goes to a Super Bowl once in his career. It's funny. I mean, who are their three best quarterbacks? Ken Anderson, Boomer Esiason, and Joe Burrow. That's it. Jeff Blake doesn't fall in that category. Andy Dalton doesn't fall in that category. You know what I'm saying? But those three guys, they're awesome quarterbacks. And they all got to the Super Bowl. One time. Not two, not three, not four, but one. All right, now we go to birthdays. Famous people celebrating birthdays today. Jack Ruby. He was killed, presumably, for John F. Kennedy's assassin Lee Harvey Oswald in 1911. Sports commentator Howard Cosell. This list is magnificent. Let's see, what else do we have? 1918, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned for Cosell. Remember, if I don't give an age, that means they have passed away. Writer Flannery O'Connor, born in 1925. Film critic Gene Shalit, born in 26. God bless him. He's 100 today. Astronaut James Lovell, born in 28. Writer Gloria Steinem, born in 34. She's 92 today. Actor, filmmaker Paul Michael Glazer, Starsky and Hutch, born in 43. He is 83 today. Who else? Comedian, actor Mary Gross, born in 53. She's 73. Actress Marcia Cross, born in 62. She's 64. She's the one with the big forehead from Melrose Place, the redhead, right? Marcia Cross? I want to say, right? Is that her? Sarah Jessica Parker, born in 65. She's 61. TV personality Ben Mankiewicz, born in 67. He's 59. U.S. Figure Skating Hall of Fame member Debbie Thomas, born in 67. She's 59 today. Hall of Fame member Cheryl Swoops, born in 71. She's 55. Actress Lark Voorhees, born in 74. She's 52. So sad what happened to her, right? Let's see what else. Actor Edgar Ramirez, born in 77. He's 49. Comedian Alex Moffat, born in 82. He's 44. Auto racer Danica Patrick Dude, born in 82. She's 44. Musician, actor Catherine McPhee, Smoke Show, born in 84. She's 42. And that is it. Sean Stanley, do you have wrestlers?
Yes, sir, we do. Jumbo Tsuruta was born on this date in 1951. Maggie Lee turns 24. Maria Manick is 29. And referee and friend of and handler of Andre the Giant, Tim White. He was born on this date in 1954. That date being March 25th, 2026.
Love it. Love it. Don't forget Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo. You can send in your questions, comments, or insults. Always appreciate it. All right, let's go with music history. What happened today in music history? Well, we start off in 85 on this date. The Power Station, a super group formed by Robert Palmer, Tony Thompson of Chic, Andy and John Taylor of Duran Duran, and they released their self-titled debut album. It features Get It On, Bang a Gone, and Some Like It Hot, and Communication. In 85 on this date, Prince won an Oscar for the Best Original Song Score from the film Purple Rain. Even without the movie, Purple Rain is regularly called one of the greatest albums in music history. Yes. But as a soundtrack, it is even more highly praised. In 2007, Vanity Fair magazine named it the best soundtrack of all time. Yeah, I can go with that. I can go with Saturday Night Fever also as that. It's notable that Prince's Oscar marked the last time the Best Original Song Score award was presented. Since then, the Academy has changed the category name to Best Original Musical, which helps distinguish it from Best Original Score. All right. Let's see. In 95, Pearl Jam frontman Eddie Vedder was rescued from drowning after a riptide dragged him 250 feet offshore in New Zealand. That guy's almost died like several times. He's climbing the scaffolding of stages. Because there was one time where he threw up his mic and it got stuck up in the scaffolding. The crazy bastard climbed the scaffolding and then went across the scaffolding to get the mic and then keep singing. And he didn't die that moment, and then he didn't die. That guy's like a cat, bro. In 97, Daft Punk released their debut studio album, Homework, in the U.S. It features the singles Daft Young, Indo Silver Club, Around the World, Burning, and Revolution 909. In 97, the Notorious B.I.G. released his second and final studio album, Life After Death. It features the singles Hypnotize, More Money, More Problems, Sky's the Limit, and Going Back to Cali. In 2002, Bono appeared at the Air Rage trial of REM's Peter Buck and spoke on his behalf. I came to court, Bono said, because Peter is actually famously known for being a peaceful person. I once had to twist his arm to get him to go to a boxing match. Let's see. In 2008, the Raconteurs released their second studio album, Consolers of the Lonely. It features the singles Salute Your Solution, Many Shades of Black, Old Enough, and Consoler of the Lonely. In 2011, when she was sane, Britney Spears released her seventh studio album, Femme Fatale, and it features the singles Hold It Against Me, Till the World Ends, I Want to Go, and Criminal. Let's see if there's any other birthdays that weren't in the other list. Hoyt Axton was born in this state in 1938, American songwriter. He wrote Joy to the World. All right. So there we go. And saxophonist Steve Norman is 66. That's it. Those are the only two. And that is what happened today in Musica history. All right. Did you see John Moran is out with an elbow injury now? For the year. He's done for the year. That's a guy you definitely, it's proven, bro. You don't trade for that guy. He'll be a free agent eventually. I don't know what's left on his contract, like another year or two or whatever. Yeah, when it's 2. Oh, that's right. So it's this and 2 more years. So they've got to tolerate him for 2 more years, and then they'll let him go. But he has no trade value. Maybe they'll trade for him the final year. But, if the problems continue off the court, and he also is fragile, he breaks down. His body breaks down. So, yeah, I saw that, and I was like, thank God the Heat didn't make that move. Although getting rid of Tyler, whatever. I get it. Horn Dog says, Purple Rain is my favorite album by Prince, and Life After Death by Biggie gets played in my MDX at least twice a month. Makes sense. It's a great album. Biggie was so amazing. So great voice. Love his voice. Love the flow of his voice. It was good. It was fun to watch. By the way, got a lot of promotions going on here at Hialeah Park. They got the Texas Hold'em. 1 card takes it all. Qualifying hand may use 1 or both whole cards to complete the best 5-card hand. They've got the Omaha flop qualifications, aces of full deuces or better, and turn and river qualifications, quad 10s or better, get full amount. What that means, I have no idea. I just hope you do because you play this kind of poker. I'm just going to read it, but I'm not a poker expert. New rules. Now, this might be good for me. If a player flops, that's my thing, a qualifying hand, it remains valid even if it turns or river changes the best 5-card hand. So there you go. Take advantage, folks. They've got daily high hands going on every 30 minutes with rollovers. Top of the hour, 750. Bottom of the hour, 500. And then it rolls over if nobody wins. So they've always got great table games going on. They've got the loose slots downstairs. They've got great food, restaurants, Vicky Bakery, all of that out here. So take advantage here at Hialeah Park. And they're giving away a Lexus on Friday at 1 a.m. And the concert Saturday. That's right. Let's see. Look up 7 Worlds Collide live at the St. James 2001. Vetter played with Neil Finn and friends. Amazing show in New Zealand. Documentary shows Federer surfing in New Zealand, I believe. Oh, yeah, I believe his crazy ass would do that. So, yeah, that would make sense. Okay. And I will look it up. It's pretty cool with Neil Finn, too. I like that. Jamie Zoria in the house. Humble legend. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I guess ignights was not spelled right. Can you correct that already? Can you still correct it while we're live? I guess ignights wasn't spelled right. Thank you, humble legend. I appreciate you. Now you got it right? Yeah. Yeah. You're wrong, humble legend. It's spelled right. Okay? What's wrong with you? No, actually, you still didn't add the E.
I'm looking at it. It says Ignights, right?
No, but I think there's an E in there in ignights. So he's right. Humble legend is right. See, I thought we had it right here for a second. Now it's gone. You got ignights. You got ignights, like nights, not nights, not igniting. Your nights like a noche.
I changed it to.
No, but I didn't have it right. He's got it right. Oh, did you change it? Let me see. No, that's not the word. Is it? Are you sure? Am I getting it wrong? I think he's got it right. Yeah. See right there? Ignite. See, with an E. So you got to put ES. Bro, would you look at the chat board? Look at the chat board. Ignites, ES at the end. You've got a TS. Oh, you don't?
No, I got.
Oh, so it doesn't update. It doesn't.
No, it does because I updated NIGHT. You had NIGHT. So maybe it doesn't update to there.
Well, I mean, look, it hasn't updated. See? Hasn't updated. I guess that they see the same thing I do. Maybe it updates in yours because you're the editor. Because you're. I don't know. Oh, well. If it's a screw up, it's a screw up. It's not the first I'll do. What? I can't see anything. Oh, okay, but that's not on, but it's not on the actual board. Oh, so you can't. Yeah, we're so far. We're already too live. We can't edit it. So the screw up stays. The screw up stays. It's a beautiful thing. Yes. Not me. I'm not good. Like I tell you guys all the time, I'm not an expert in anything, not even in spelling. So, what can I tell you? I can't claim something I'm not. So I'm definitely not going to win any spelling bee contests. Okay. All right. Yes. Flacco's like taking shots and everything. That's funny. Oh, Las Vegas to host a Super Bowl in 2028?
What Adam Schefter said was, I guess it's got to be voted on next week at the meetings. But one source told him it's just a matter of votes, of voting.
It wouldn't, dude. A Super Bowl in Vegas makes all the sense in the world. That's a great place to hold a Super Bowl.
Then now the NBA already voted, I think, to include them now to Seattle and Vegas as well. So
yeah, they're hurting right now. Vegas is hurting right now for tourism badly because they're overcharging the crap out of people. So, not good. Anyway, folks, we appreciate all of you out there. We thank, of course, Mr. Brunetti. I'm out of material. We're done. We're history. We're in the archives. We will see you all tomorrow morning. We're in studio tomorrow. We're Acura on Friday, so we'll have some fun. We appreciate all of you out there as always. We thank the great Sean Stanley for mastering the platform. Appreciate all of you out there that hit the like button and visit our amazing sponsors. made a donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We shall see you all tomorrow. Same time, same place, same bat channel.